Hi there, welcome back to Day Music Gaming. My name is Ulrich, and today I'm bringing you Vifurica. I think is how it's pronounced. It's another one of those games based off of, I think it's called Suika-game. This is just I guess a furry VTuber version. There are some, I assume, popular, well-known furry VTubers down here. I kind of only know one of them. This one right here. My mouse being picked up? Okay, cool. So yeah, we're just playing this today because I wanted to play something different, like I mentioned in yesterday's episode of Minesweeper, that I just wanted to play something to break up the stream of Critical playtest that's going on right now. I wanted to break it up with some other things that I like to play. Right now, since I don't want to really commit to anything longer, I'm just choosing some of the smaller games that I like to play. This one, as you'll see here, is just a very quick little, I guess you can call it a puzzle game. So if you don't know what Suika-game is, or if you haven't seen a game like this before, essentially what you have here is just, I guess I'll call them the character heads, the characters, that you have this evolution line right here where you just kind of drop them in this little box right here, and your goal is to just make as many big ones as you can. You see each merge that you make gives you a certain amount of points, and your whole goal is to just see how many points you got. You see the highest I've ever gotten, I got very lucky that time, was this amount right here, 8,218. And you see I've never gotten that high before. This second place right here was actually the first time that I played it. I got a bit of beginner's luck there because I was never able to reach that score again, and just I kept playing this. Like I said, this is a nice game to just kind of chill and play whenever you're not doing anything else, so that's why I chose this for this little interstitial game, I guess. I will say I would like to see this game update to fix some of the bugs that I've come across quite a bit while playing this. I haven't seen any yet right now, but there are a few things that make this game not necessarily infuriating. This isn't really a rage game, but there are some things that kind of make this game annoying. Hopefully I won't come across those in this video. I mean, yeah, this is pretty much the whole game right here. You know, not all the games need to be spectacular or enthralling, you know. Sometimes you just need a game to just sit back and just play, you know. That's at the end of the day, that's what a game is. It's something you can just sit back, play, and enjoy. No matter if it's top of the line, no matter if it's just something like this where it's literally just one thing that I'm doing, you know. Who needs side quests? Who needs crafting menus and all this stuff? Just merge character heads, you know. I mean, I will say, like, this game is so chill that there are times when I'm just like, I'm doing other things. Like, I can't think of, what was it that I was doing the other day? I was doing something, and I was sitting at my desk just trying to figure out, like, all right, well, while I wait for that, you know, what should I do? I think I was rendering something in Blender. Yeah, I think it was when I was messing around with Blender. I was messing around with Blender, and while that was rendering, I was like, well, what should I do? And I was just like, because I don't want to leave my computer when things are rendering, because I do not trust my computer to not crash while it's doing something important. So while Blender was rendering, I wanted to sit at my computer, but I didn't want to just sit there and do nothing. So I opened this up, and I was just playing this while that was rendering. The music is nice. It's, relatively speaking, a very small loop, but the music's nice enough and like switches up pace every so often that the loop isn't even that bad. It's the only thing that gets me about this song is it reminds me of a place I used to work at, called the Love Store here in Las Vegas. For some reason, the radio that they decided to have, they used to have Sirius XM. They had what was it called, like Chill? What was the station? Chill something. I think just Chill XM or something like that. Chill FM, Chill XM. And it was just pretty much this, like just your general, what is this, house music, I guess. Dance, techno, pop, whatever. It reminds me of that, and that's the only thing is just whenever I worked there, that music would just. I worked there. I worked at the night shift, 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. So I pretty much worked when there was no one there. So I would just be in this big store with pretty much no one there but me and my one other coworker, and then just this kind of music would just be playing nonstop just the entire time, and it would get annoying a little bit. I did find some songs on there that I did quite enjoy, that I ended up having on my own personal playlist on Spotify, but most of the other ones were pretty much just this, and also weird like this version, or even stranger, like chill. What would it be, like chill, like deep house, I guess, like chill deep house remixes of other songs. I can't for the life of me think of any examples right now. I think there was a weird remix of what's the name of that bird? What's the name of that song? Freebird. That's why I said bird, because I was thinking about that. There was a weird remix of Freebird, I think, on there. I'm usually pretty open-minded to remixes of songs, because I feel like, you know, that just means that someone enjoyed, if they're anything like me, that just means that someone enjoyed your song enough that they wanted to, you know, get it out of their mind by making a remix of it. That I was not a fan of that remix, I remember. All right, we're making progress. Yeah, I got 2 more. I really don't know if you guys know who these I guess VTubers are. Let me know in the comments. The only ones I know, like I said, are Chester the Otter over here. I've come across him now and again. Didn't know he was a VTuber, if that says anything. But I don't know any of these other ones, honestly. Also, if you guys play this game, let me know in the comments. I'm kind of curious how you guys play this, because you may be watching this and thinking that I'm going pretty slow at this. I feel like I am. I'll be honest. I feel like I am going pretty slow. I feel like I overthink this game more than I need to, because you see down here at the bottom, I got these 2 small ones down here. They're most likely going to be stuck there forever, and I try my best to not get those kinds of characters stuck down there, because I mean, I assume the whole point of this game is to utilize as much open space as possible. Those being down there, you see now there's like this whole gap right here that I'm not going to be able to do anything with, and that just takes up that much space. And then whenever we get the bigger ones, those are just going to be down there taking up even more space underneath the big ones, and I can't do anything about them. But I feel like that's just me overthinking, trying to make sure I don't do that. I feel like anyone else who plays this game probably just goes by this much more quickly. I mean, I've tried going quickly also. There was this game that I played back in the day on a plug-and-play Sega Genesis. What was it called? It was what was it called? I don't actually remember what it was called. I thought it was a Sega Genesis because that's what it was called, but it's like a plug-and-play Sega Genesis. It came with Sonic the Hedgehog, of course, Flicky, Golden Axe, Kid Chameleon, which was a banger of a game. I still play that every now and then. Not on that same console, but I think on the Sega whatever I have on Steam. And then also came with this weird, I guess, not Tetris. There's another version of Tetris. I think Puyo Puyo, I think is what it's called. It comes with a Sonic themed, or I guess technically Dr. Eggman theme, Puyo Puyo game called Dr. Robotnik's Mean Green Bean Machine or something like that. Anyways, the point of that is the game has levels. Each level is you challenging a different enemy. One of the enemies has this move. Oh, each enemy has this like specific, I guess, play style or movement style, I guess. Oh, there goes that. I guess I'll do that over there, actually. One of the enemies has a specific move where, like, for the first, I don't know, 30 seconds, I'll say, for the first 30 to 60 seconds, his playstyle is he'll just like ram down one after another his pieces into like just smooth rows. And what's interesting about that, like watching that, you're just like, man, what is he doing? That doesn't make sense. He does that, and he'll end up getting like quite a few matches that you're thinking like, actually, that seems like a pretty plausible method right there. And it kind of is, to the point where in this game I've taken to utilizing a similar strategy. I didn't do it right now, but I'll I'll start a round off, and I'll just like pick a corner, and I'll just start dropping them in that corner, just to see how many matches I can get. And you can actually, surprisingly enough, get pretty far just staying in one corner, and for like 30 to 60 seconds, just dropping them all in one corner, because you see that these things have physics. So every so often they'll just like bounce off into one another and start mixing and then doing weird things, and you can get pretty far like that. So sometimes I try to think about what I'm doing. Other times, like I said, this is a chill game to just play and do whatever. After a while, you start experimenting with other techniques, I guess. And yeah, I've just found that for me, you may even hear it in my speaking, I'm trying to think more about how to, like, where my pieces should go. So to me, I think it's just more fun trying to put some strategy in this, even though, there we go, look, there's Chester there. I'm getting there. I'm getting there slowly, but this isn't a race, you know. I'm sure that there are speedrunner YouTubers out there for this game, and specifically the Swika game version, also the original version. But I've tried speedrunning before, a few things, not really my speed. I've tried speedrunning, I think, like I mentioned in my Minesweeper video. I tried speedrunning Minesweeper, at least as much as I could. You'll be surprised. I wanted to dip my toe into speedrunning that game. So what I did was I went to the first difficulty, and I was trying to speedrun, or I was trying to see how quickly I could finish, you know, one of those rounds. And it turns out I think I got it down to like 10 seconds. I could finish one of those rounds. And it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. 10 seconds, that's pretty insane. I know. So does everyone else who speedruns it in 10 seconds thinks, I'm sure. So that was pretty fast, but it was pretty common. But it was so fun. Like I said, I'm not an official speedrunner. I just like, is there a word for when you're not an official speedrunner? You just like seeing how fast you can beat things? Because the other thing that I tried speedrunning was Super Mario Bros. Like the original Super Mario Bros. Not the original, which I think is called Super Mario or Mario Bros. No, the original Super Mario Brothers. You know, with the da 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 da, that thing. That one's even more disheartening, because with all of the like the cheeses and the like the glitches that people utilize to speedrunning them, or to speedrunning that game, it really makes it kind of like hard to want to speedrun that game, because then you're just like, you know what, I do think I can speedrun this game. I know exactly which path to take. I know which pipes to go down in the warps if you're doing a warp speedrun. I know people also do warpless speedruns. I don't mind doing the warps, because I feel like, again, if you're trying to beat the game fast, that's the fastest way to do it. And I used to know, I haven't played the game in a while, but I used to know the correct path to take in the final castle. But you know, you think you have all these things down, you're like, yeah, okay, that's cool. And then someone releases a video and says, hey, check out how this speedrunner bumps a block like very, very meticulously, that it pushes the camera forward, gaining you that extra like centimeter on screen, so that whenever you take this warp, it actually glitches and takes you to this other warp over here, which is further ahead, and takes out an entire second of a speedrun. And you're just like, I thought speedrunning was fun. But it can be fun, as long as you don't try to be professional about it. Speedrunning can be fun. You just have to know your limits of speedrunning, what you want to gain out of speedrunning, I guess. See, things like that is what's infuriating. I got so close to getting that merge right there, but I feel like, again, if this guy wasn't here, that wouldn't have gotten in the way, but that's what got in the way down there. So you know, I have just a full mess of just all the early ones down here, which is not quite ideal for how I would usually play this. But I'm also talking while trying to record, or I'm also recording while trying to play, so I'm not necessarily putting all my thought process in this. So let me see if I can make some progress, and I'll come back whenever I've made some decent progress, I guess. does help with this though. Oh, okay, that helps. That doesn't help with that though. Okay, here, how about I focus on trying to get this going right here. All right, I think I'm gonna cut back right now. I made arguably what you can consider progress. I don't think I had this guy last time before I cut, but you see he's here now. I have 2 of this bird right here. Again, if you know who these characters are, leave them in the comments. I think it was in the credits, but I didn't read the credits. I probably should have read that before getting into this video, so I can give these. Sorry, I'm far away from the mic right now. I'm trying to readjust my legs. Like I said, this is a chill game, so I'm kind of just trying to chill in my chair, in my crappy, probably breaking and just lowered now that I readjusted myself chair. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but I'm having a little bit of difficulty. So you see, I get problems like this, and that's why I feel like this game kind of like, I don't know. If you guys remember the old pinball game on computers, on I guess Windows computers, what was it? Space Cadet Pinball, I think. You actually had the ability to jostle your pinball machine, your virtual pinball machine in the game. I don't know if you ever played that, if you knew that was a thing that you could do, or if you did, you were probably like me, and you're like, you press the button, it jostles the thing, and then it's like, warning, don't do that. Because I guess the main reason why you wouldn't do that is because arcades probably didn't like you doing that to their machines. So they like programmed that in so that it can be like, hey, don't do that to our machines. But you would do that to, I guess, if your ball gets stuck somewhere or something and you need it to like just push it out of the way a bit. I feel like this game could use that, because now I've kind of crammed her up in the corner here. But whoever this character is, I have them stuck up here in the corner and I can't quite get them out. And what I will usually try to do to remedy that solution is, you see, I have him up there. And now the goal is to keep merging this one until it merges with that one. But now the problem is, you see that there's 2 of them right there. So chances are, whenever I get to that one, which should be here in a moment, if I can just get another one of this one. There he is. So now if I drop this one here, is it going to be the left one or the right one? In my experience, it's usually the one you don't want. Oh, but in this case it was. Which, now the other problem is, now that one's stuck up there. So, and then if I were to get this one, I assume this one's on top of this one. So, if I were to try to merge those, oh, there goes that again. We got another Chester. Okay, now that one's out of the way. Cool. But now I can't get this one up here. So this is why I feel like this game needs like a, I don't know, like a shimmy or something, so you can like move things around, or like if you want to go all the way out, like there's some games, some mobile games where like the match 3s, the match 3 games, where if you feel like you're running out of moves, or you just can't see any moves on screen, they give you the option to shuffle all of the pieces on screen. I feel like this could benefit from that, because especially if you have like all of these down here, stuck down here, then you have one stuck over here, I feel like the ability to reshuffle all of them would probably be useful. I don't know if the developer of this game is watching my videos. I'm just kind of just thinking out loud what I would like to see in a game like this. Okay. I'll be honest, I am kind of recording longer than I thought I would be. But at this point, I guess let's see how far we can go. If you guys are still watching, I guess leave a like so that, okay. Alright, so that's one of the bugs that I mentioned before, or at least what I am considering a bug, because from my knowledge of Suika-game, the losing case, I think is what it's called, like the thing that makes you lose that game, is when your board is so full, which as you can clearly see, mine is very much not full. When the board is so full that your piece up here touches one of the the pieces that are like outside of the border here. Now you see, that very much didn't happen here. I think the fail case for here is the this character got shoved up from all of these characters being crammed down over here. This character got shoved up out of the, I think this upper line I think, is from what I've noticed, might be the fail case. So whenever a character gets pushed up out of this upper line here, or you drop a character and it reaches up the upper line. So you see, this is exactly why we need the option to, I don't know, shuffle everything or just shake the screen or the, I guess, the box or whatever, so that you can move the pieces out, because this piece is the one that caused me to fail when there's all this empty space over here. Just because I crammed all of these pieces down here, it pushed it up here. This one track right here of Chester, this guy, and then this one pushed her all the way out, and it was what made me fail. So yeah, no, if by some chance the developers are watching this, or if you know the developer, I guess point them this way, because I definitely recommend there being some sort of like shuffle all pieces on board, or what is it, just like shake the board so that it you can like get the ones like you got these two up here. What's unfortunate about these is you see you can't see it right here because it's in the way. So it was her, and then this guy, and then I guess the bird, and then is there one behind them? I don't remember. But if I had more space, I could have merged this one into this one and then just had more space. And then if there was one, I don't know, I think he's the one that's covered up. So yeah, it would have been this one, then this one. But still, I would have been able to get this one and then this one out of the way. And then I would have had more space. But no, because they're crammed up in the corner, not only would I not have been able to pile them up more to to follow the line that I needed to get those out of the way. Had I done that, I would have just been pushing myself closer to failing. So fun game, pretty chill. I do enjoy playing it still every now and then. I just kind of wish there were those things to make it less infuriating. Like I said, not infuriating, but just those little things are what make it infuriating. So I guess, with that, I'll just leave this one attempt here. I didn't get very far, but I guess if you do want to see me get further, subscribe, leave a comment, see if I will play this more. I would like to play this more. I mean, I will play this more, just not on camera. So if you guys want to see more, tell me in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching up until this point. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. If you liked it enough that you'd like to see more, consider subscribing. Until then, my name is Auric, and this has been Dame Music Gaming. See you next time.